What's going on, guys? Your Ned Gaming back with another MLB The Show 21 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best Team Affinity Season 2 cards. Now, not all the cards are going to be featured here. 20 are not going to be here. But these, I think, are the 10 best and the 10 you should go after first when completing Team Affinity Season 2. So, let's hop right into it. Leading things off in the American League West, we got this 93 Sam Huff card. 80, 91 contact with 105 and 102 power, only 54 vision. He has 80 fielding with 90 arm strength and 84 accuracy and 56 speed. This is one of the best catchers in the game. If you don't have your Cap, Piazza, or like Adley, this is a really, really good catcher card that you can get for absolutely free. And he's a really good power hitter. He's just a really good hitter in general. He's got a good arm. It's going to be a great catcher card for a good time. I don't think he's going to be cycled out for a while. Now, I have heard that his swing isn't the best. I tried it out. I was fine with it. But I still think there are 9 cards in the AL team, not in the AL Team Affinity, but in Team Affinity Season 2 that are better than this one. I think this is a great catcher, don't get me wrong. But the vision could be a little higher. It's going to be a little tough on the higher difficulties. And maybe the fielding could be better. But besides that, great hitting catcher, really good arm. I see this being a good card for a long time. Coming in at number 9, we got 93 veteran Jimmy Fox. Now, this is a bit of a interesting one, you could say. This card destroys left-handed pitching. 116, 105 is really good against righties as well. 75 and 92, 82 vision as well. But then you move beyond the hitting stats and see the fielding. That's where you start to get a problem, because that's 62 and 64. If you're not playing him at first base, which I think there are better first basemen than him, where the fielding is going to be a serious problem at third base or catcher. I mean, maybe you can tolerate that bad of fielding at catcher. Boom, incredible hitting catcher. But can you tolerate that bad of fielding? Like, the fielding is just horrendously bad. I think first base is the only real spot you can put him. But for his bat, that's probably the reason he has to be on this list. I think he's an absolutely great card. Fielding, maybe you can get away with that, but Jimmy Fox has always had that kind of glitchy swing as well, where he can do really well. I think he's going to be one of the best hitters in the game. Fielding-wise, not so much. Going back to the American League West, we got 96 20 winning club Roy Oswalt. Now, this card was very similar to his prime card from last year. Great stamina, okay hits per 9, good Ks per 9, good walks per 9, good home runs per 9, great control, good velo, and good break. He's got a really good pitch mix as well. 4-seamer, sinker, 12-6, changeup, and slider. Now, this card is going to be a very good pitcher for a long time and one of the highest rated cards in Team Affinity Season 2. Sinker, of course, is going to help him greatly. And Roy Oswalt kind of also has a bit of a funky delivery. So he should be hard to hit for a while. I think he should be in everyone's rotation for a good part of the year. He's just insane. What else can I say? He's one of the best pitchers in the game. He's probably top 10 pitchers in the game. Not just top 10 on this list, but top 10 pitchers in the game. He is absolutely insane. He's going to be a very glitchy card and a good one to use. And he's going to be pretty easy to get. Our second future stars, we have 95 Jordan Groshans. I think that's how you say it. We're just going to go with that. Really good shortstop card. One of the best shortstops in the game by far. 102, 100 contact, 92 and 86 power with 79 vision, 82 fielding, 92 arm strength, and 70 speed. Now, the problem with me is that my Cap is my shortstop, and he's not going out of there anytime soon. Unfortunately, this card doesn't have second base as a secondary. If he did, he would be my automatic second baseman. But unfortunately, that's not a secondary position of his. He can only play third base and shortstop. But nonetheless, if you haven't grinded out your Cap, this is a card you want to be going after. He's a really balanced hitter with good contact, good power as well, and good vision. Plus, he has an absolute cannon over there at shortstop, and he will get the plays done, as well as some pretty good wheels as well. One of the best future stars in all of Team Affinity. You should definitely go pick him up at number 7. I think this is the most underrated card in all of Team Affinity Season 2. 96 overall MVP Joe Torre. I don't know what it is, but I feel like this card is going to be a bit of an underrated glitch. So if you take a look at the stats, maxed out contact across the board. That is insane. So that Tony Gwynn card from the Padres also has maxed out contact. But Unlike him, Joe Torre actually has somewhat of power. With 84 and 62, it's not going to be as good against lefties, but against righties, he's going to be solid power as well. He also has great vision at 106. Now, the fielding is a little bit lower than I would like, but he does have catcher and first base as a secondary. He's very similar to that Jimmy Fox, and I think he'll be a better fielder than him just because of that 80 arm strength. He'll be able to hose runners out. He's going to have pretty okay speed as a catcher as well. I feel like if you're going to start this card, I recommend it's going to be a catcher card because, once again, there's not that many good catchers in the game, but this is going to be one of the best contact hitters of the game and one of the best catchers in the game as well. I think that catcher's position just as a secondary gives him all the more value. And the first base as well, if you just want to put him in there for the bat, go right ahead. You can do that as well. Number 6 on today's list. Next, we have what I think is the best hitter in all of Season 2, 96, 30-30 club, Dante Bichette. Now, once again, this card, fielding, it sucks, say the least. Just put him at right field. You just don't move him out of right field, unless you parallel him 3. Anyway, 100 and 125 contact with 95 and 105 power. The only stat that he doesn't have 100 on for hitting is, of course, vision and power versus righties. And that's at 95 anyway. So if you parallel him, all stats for hitting are going to be on or over 100. So he's going to absolutely rake the ball. And I think this is, if you don't want to start him in your lineup because of that fielding, he is going to be the ultimate left-handed bench bat for quite a long time because he just flat out rakes. He's got good speed as well with 70 and 80 steal. That is a pretty good runner, especially for a good power hitter as well. Going to be one of the best bench bats in the game if you can't tolerate the fielding. Dante Bichette coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we got 94 overall, Garrett Crochet. Now, no meta pitches, no sinker, no cutter. Doesn't matter at all. He has outlier, and he is one of the hardest pitchers to hit, with probably the hardest throwing lefty we're going to get all year, besides Aroldis Chapman. Of course, 99, 99 break and velo and break. He's got 97 hits per 9, 102 Ks per 9. Not great control, but that doesn't matter. If you're good with pinpoint, Garrett Crochet is going to be one of the best pitchers in the entire game. And if you're like really, really good with pinpoint, he could be arguably the best pitcher in the entire game. Now, the problem with Crochet is he is going to get predictable after a little bit, and that's just going to happen. He's going to be like a 5-6 inning starter, probably not 7 and 8 like some of these guys coming up. But Garrett Crochet, despite only having 4 pitches and 2 of them being basically the same thing, he is going to be an absolute nasty left-hander, and he is just glitchy. All of you know his Topps Now reliever card from last year was probably one of the best. It was one of the best relievers in the game from last year. This one's a starter, and I feel like that makes him all the more effective, considering he can be out there for 5 innings compared to just 1. Garrett Crochet is just going to be a beast. What else can I say? The final position player, actually, on today's list. At number 3, we got 93, Ronnie Mauricio from the New York Mets. Now, this card is a switch-hitting shortstop who can also play third base. He has 95 and 89 contact with 96 and 82 power. Really good balanced numbers. Slightly better against righties, but still good against lefties as well with 80 vision. He also has 88 fielding and 95 arm strength. And I think you could get away with putting him at second base as well, out of position. I feel like that whole fielding would still hold up, and even if he makes an error and bobbles it, you can probably pick it up with that arm strength and hose the runner out anyway. He's got good speed, not great speed that you would expect from a shortstop, but it is still solid nonetheless. This is going to be one of the glitchiest cards in the game. Now, the reason he's probably not number 2 or 1 is because I didn't really love his swing that much. I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of people do like it, and I'm sure it'll grow on me once I start to use him. But I don't know if I really want him to produce and be in my lineup for a while, because I know he's going to be good. He's hit some tanks off of me when I pitched him. But yeah, just Ronnie Mauricio. What else can I say? Switch hitter, balanced card, great fielder, good speed. What else can I say? One of the best cards in Team Affinity Stage 2 coming in at number 3. Staying in the NL East, we got 94 at Edward Cabrera from the Miami Marlins. I think this one is extremely underrated as well. But this card is an absolute beast. Sinker, slider, curveball, changeup, 4-seam. Only has 1 meta pitch, and that is a sinker, no cutter. Unfortunately, if it was a cutter, he would easily be number 1 on this list. 92 stamina, 101 hits per 9, 97 Ks per 9. Not great control, but he has 99 velo, 94 break. He does not have outlier. He actually, never mind, scratch that. He is outlier on the fastball. 99-mile-an-hour sinkers coming at you with this card. That might have just boosted him to number 1. Actually, we're just going to keep him at number 2. Sinker is going to be coming to you at 99. He's got a really good delivery as well. Slider is filthy. Curveball is filthy. Changeup. You even have that fastball as well, which is going to be filthy. Now, this is basically Sixto Sanchez 2.0, but I think this is better. This card is going to be in my rotation for a very long time. I've loved pitching with him. I love using pinpoint with him. He is just a goon. I can't say anything else positive about this card. He's just look at him. He's amazing. All I can say. Going on to number 1. I don't know if this is a bit of a surprise to anyone, but number 1 in Team Affinity Season 2, I'm going with 97 Cliff Lee, 6 shutouts card in the 2011 season. He has 115 stamina with 88 hits per 9 and 103 Ks per 9 with 99 walks per 9 and 96 control. If you're good with pinpoint and you just hit your pitches, this card is going to be really hard to hit. He's also got very good break as well. Velo isn't spectacular, but he has a cutter and a sinker and a circle change. Unfortunately, he does not have a slider, but that cutter kind of works as one as well. He has a four-seamer and a knuckle curve as well. Really, really good pitch mix. He is going to be an absolute beast of a starting pitcher card for quite a long time. I don't think he's going to be leading my rotation for a while. I've used him online once. He didn't do that well for me, but I'm sure he'll come around. I just wasn't locating my pitches as well. I'll get better with him, and I'm sure he will be one of the best pitchers in the game. He's probably even challenging like Al Leiter and that Tom Glavine card for the best pitcher in the game, and he's free and easy to get. So if you did enjoy today's list, make sure to do the NL East Team Affinity, because the top 3 guys are all in it, so make sure you're doing that Team Affinity. And if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Best way to support the channel by far. I'm Young Gaming. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thanks a ton for watching.